At the beginning of the story, we see Sara, a lonely woman who lives alone and spends most of her time watching her favorite TV show. She has a son, Harry, who is deeply addicted to candy, but Harry hates his mother's obsession with television, and when she isn't around, he takes her TV and sells it to buy candy because he can't live without them. Later, Sara goes to the same shop and buys her TV back with her own money. Shopkeeper tells her that she has been doing this for years and advises her to file a police complaint.
Mr. Rabinowitz, I couldn't do that. Harry's my only child. He's all I have.
One day, Sara receives a call from the TV show she always watches, telling her that she has been selected as a contestant, and she becomes overjoyed because it has always been her dream to be on that show. Then she takes out her red dress, the one she wore at Harry's graduation, but now it no longer fits because she has gained weight, so she decides to lose weight to fit back into it. Meanwhile, Harry is shown with his girlfriend Marion, who comes from a wealthy family but is neglected by her parents, so she spends most of her time with Harry and his friends. Marion dreams of opening a clothing store with Harry to sell her own designs. Then we also meet Harry's friend Tyrone, who has left his lovely mother behind and moved to the city, hoping to become a big drug dealer. Here Sara, excited about her TV show selection, goes to a beauty parlor and dyes her hair red to match her dress.
If this is a red, I want to know what's orange.
And she starts following strict diet plans and exercises daily, determined to get fit. While walking, she tells a group of old ladies that she has been selected for a TV show and wants to lose weight quickly. One woman tells her about another lady who lost weight fast with the help of a doctor who gave her special medication, and she suggests that Sara should also visit that doctor. Then a courier boy arrives at Sara's house and hands her a form from the same TV show where she has been selected. With the help of her friends, Sara fills out the form and mails it back, and all of them are very happy for her. Meanwhile, her son Harry spends most of his time with his girlfriend Marion and his friend Tyrone, but they constantly lost in drugs. That's why Harry hasn't been home for days. And one day he has a vision where he sees Marion standing by the ocean wearing a red dress. He walks toward her, but before she can turn around, Tyrone interrupts him in reality, pulling him out of his hallucination. Harry's drug use has become so extreme that he now experiences visions regularly. Tyrone then shows him a new drug on the market and suggests they try it before selling it, so they both use it, finding it incredibly strong, and soon start selling it themselves to make money. Back at home, Sara continues her diet, staring at the fridge as she craves junk food, but she refuses to break her plan. Instead, she calls a friend and asks for the number of the doctor who once helped another woman lose weight with medication. So Sara gets the contact and visits the doctor the next day. He prescribes her pills that suppress her appetite completely and help her lose weight quickly, which she starts taking immediately. The medicine works, killing her hunger and cravings, but it also begins to affect her mind. Meanwhile, Marion is shown struggling with deep depression, feeling unloved and ignored by her wealthy parents, so she visits her psychiatrist, hoping for some kind of emotional connection from her family. On the other hand, Tyrone is haunted by guilt for leaving his mother behind, but at the same time he is making good money selling drugs, bringing him closer to his dream of becoming a major dealer. Meanwhile, Sara waits for her final invitation, having already lost weight and believing her dream is about to come true, but the pills have left her weak and unstable. Still, her determination is unshaken. She wants nothing more than to fit into her red dress and appear on the TV show. Meanwhile, Harry tells his girlfriend Marion that he loves his mother deeply and hasn't seen her in days, so he decides to visit her. When he arrives home, Sara is overjoyed and hugging him tightly. Harry then tells her that he's been working in the city, making good money, and has even bought her a new TV.
Mama, don't go ape shit, alright?
Then Sara tells Harry that she has been dieting because she was invited to her favorite show as a contestant and will soon appear on television.
You're on diet pills, ain't you?
I told you, I'm going to a specialist.
Harry becomes concerned, telling her that it must be a prank and warning her that the pills she's taking are dangerous and could destroy her health. But Sara ignores him, saying she will wear the same red dress she once wore on his graduation day. She reminds him that his father left her alone in this world, that her life is filled with loneliness, and that Harry rarely visits her. Hearing this, Harry becomes emotional, and when he leaves, he cries in his car, realizing that his mother's condition is partly his fault for never being there to ease her loneliness. At the same time, Tyrone meets a major dealer who wants to promote him, but during the meeting, the dealer shoots one of his men for betrayal, and police raid the place. And while everyone else escapes, Tyrone is caught and sent to prison. When Harry learns of this, he spends all the savings he and Marion had kept for their clothing store to bail Tyrone out, leaving himself with nothing. Desperate for candy, Harry tells Marion that she should spend a night with her psychiatrist in exchange for money, promising her that everything will get better afterward. Despite the pain, Marion loves him enough to agree, and she spends the night with her psychiatrist, later handing the money to Harry. Harry and Tyrone once again go to buy candy, but the police show up, forcing them to run. While fleeing, they see a large truck labeled Florida and decide to travel there to get candy, even though it is far away. Meanwhile, Marion searches desperately for candy at home but can't find any, and in anger she tells Harry she needs her fix. Harry gives her a broker's number, saying the man will bring wealthy clients who will pay her well if she spends time with them, and in return, she'll get candy. Heartbroken but addicted, Marion calls the broker, meets a man, and spends the night with him in exchange for drugs. At the same time, Sara completely loses her mental stability. She sees visions of the TV show everywhere, imagines different versions of herself, and finally puts on her red dress to go to the show. But when she behaves strangely, she is sent to a mental hospital where she undergoes electroshock treatment. In Florida, Harry and Tyrone finally get candy, but Harry's arm is in terrible condition from injecting in the same spot repeatedly, so Tyrone takes him to a doctor. But the doctor calls the police because they are both high, and the two end up in jail. From prison, Harry calls Marion, apologizing for everything he did to her. Marion tells him to come back soon, but from his tone, she realizes he never will. Their lives are shattered. Marion has now become a prostitute for candy. Sara is in a mental hospital receiving shocks. Tyrone suffers in jail without candy, remembering the happy days with his mother, and Harry's arm has to be amputated because of infection. Then he has another vision where he sees Marion in a red dress by the ocean, but as he tries to reach her, he falls into a dark abyss, symbolizing that she is gone from his life forever. Just like he lost his arm, he also lost the love of his life. The entire story shows how addiction destroys lives when obsession turns into dependence. It can ruin everything, so no matter what it is, avoid addiction and use things only in a balanced way.